оператора вижу.
Like telephone repairmen at the end of a cherry picker, there are your two cosmonauts at the end of the 36-foot-long European robotic arm. They are tethered to handrails at the end of the arm, being maneuvered toward the work site at the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module for the next task in today's spacewalk.
Координаты конечные соответствуют указанному РГ.
Да, Андрей, далее нажимаем Continue, и следующая задача у нас будет перемещение в тангаже плеча и в тангаже кисти. То есть по плоскости тангажа будет перемещение.
Сейчас, минуту, у меня еще координаты движутся. Хотя, или это просто из-за того, что операторы там находятся?
Да, все верно. Из-за раскачивания, да, координаты немножко будут бегать.
Первый, второй, время ВКД 3 часа ровно.
Guys, PET is 3 hours for both AVs, AV1 and AV2.
У меня есть сообщение. Так, и выполняю 13-ю задачу. Выдал команду. Есть движение.
And as Andrei Fedyaev continues to carefully and precisely maneuver the two spacewalkers to their work site, we have passed the 3-hour mark in today's spacewalk.
Moving. All right. The clearance between EV2 and the antenna is sufficient. Copy. All right. Task.
Есть предупреждение о отключении collision avoidance. Состояние inhibited.
Да, принято.
Вижу, что у меня за... Да, я тоже не вижу. Понятия не могу.
Honestly, I don't see anything here.
Будет непосредственно уже приближение к МЛМ.
Да, все верно. На полметра будет сближение с модулем.
Принято, полметра, ожидаем.
All right, we are standing by. 0.5 meters for motion. Motion confirmed in the correct direction.
Все безопасно. Есть установка.
And we confirm stop motion.
Выполнена задача. Так, как, ребята, оцените достигаемость?
The International Space Station, flying 260 miles south of Australia, soon to begin a swing across the South Pacific.
For comfortable translation.
Командная система координат у тебя выставлена. Можешь переходить в ручной режим и по оси X, значит, 6 шагов выдавай. И постепенно спрашивай, да, Сергея первого, Сергея второго.
Ну да. Да, так же, как в прошлый раз, после каждого шага буду вам спрашивать. Да, готов.
We are ready, Andrei.
Перемещение будет по оси плюс X, это к МЛМ. Даю по 5 сантиметров за один шаг.
We copy, Andrei.
Выдал команду на перемещение. Есть движение.
Motion confirmed.
Есть установка.
Stop motion confirmed. You can press on.
Выдал команду вторую. Есть движение. Есть установка.
Motion confirmed. Stop motion confirmed.
Выдал. Есть движение.
Motion confirmed. Stop motion confirmed.
Выдал. Есть движение.
Motion confirmed.
Есть установка.
Stop motion confirmed.
Так, продолжаем.
Do you want me to push further? Yes.
Выдал команду.
Motion confirmed.
Есть установка.
Stop motion confirmed. You can do one more time. Sergey,
Выдал команду.
what do you say? EV1. The positioning is enough to translate to the MLM hull. Copy.
Так, хорошо, я вас слышу, тогда прекращаю перемещение.
I am...
Уже дальше действий по...
Андрей, нужно на стендбай перевести манипулятор.
Да, перевел режим MMI стендбай и режим Эра стендбай initial.
Хорошо, принято.
Опять, теперь стендбай operational.
Да. Гей-2.
Да, подскажите, когда мы можем переходить.
Moscow, tell us when we can start translation.
Прям рядом находятся антенны.
EV2, I just wanted to let you know that you have an antenna right behind you, so please be careful. Copy. And as for start of translation, stand by. Okay, now you have a go to move on to the handrails of MLM, and we have about 5 minutes till orbital sunrise. Move over, translate to MLM handrails, and position yourself. One is on the side of SPKO, and the other on the side of the pressurized adapter, and right inside MLA, inside this space. Please make sure not to touch any objects, because this is not the cleanest of areas. Copy. Andrei. So we basically translated from the arm to MLM, and the end effect is clean. And would you be able to move the arm first away? Hold on, maybe a meter, maybe half a meter. Andrei, we need to go to task 17.
Так, принял. Так, сейчас у нас режим стендбай operational. Я готов выполнить 17-ю задачу.
Выполняем 17-ю задачу. Сергей 1, а ты можешь...
Sergey 1. You can now translate to MLA.
Оператор 2, третьему ответьте, пожалуйста.
So EV1, EV2, please confirm that you're safe. EV1 confirming.
Выдал команду.
The command has been sent. The tasks are in work. And EV1 and EV2 confirm start motion.
Также визуально по телекамере наблюдаю. Движение соответствует движению на синаптическом дисплее. Выполнено.
All right. Translation is complete.
При необходимости готов еще выполнить 18 задач.
Да, принято. На полметра еще отходим. Выполняем 18-ю задачу.
Выполняю. Так, первый. Продолжаю движение в сторону
EV1, I continue translating towards MLF. Copy.
Выполняется перемещение.
Translation is in work. And I can confirm that the end effector is not going to be in the way of the EV.
Также предупреждение о включении collision avoidance состоянии enabled. И, в принципе, я готов перейти в SG1 оператором ВКД.
3 hours 9 minutes into today's spacewalk, Svechkov and Mikheyev are at the multi-purpose laboratory module called Naoka. They have unhooked themselves from the European robotic arm that they rode in tandem to the work site on Naoka that you see in this wide shot. The arm is in what is called an intermediate position.
EV1.
Принято. До выхода из тени 1,5 минуты, чуть больше.
Has secured himself near MLM and I am making sure that all of my French hooks are secured and closed, and you can actually use the FID so that you can secure yourself to the MLA handrails.
In order to work on MLA. Yes, we see the underlaying.
The two spacewalkers will remove a flap of multi-layer insulation at a cable connector panel on the MLM, in which the molecular beam epitaxy experiment is located. The plan here is to remove an experiment cassette that was installed by cosmonauts Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky during the last Roscosmos spacewalk in October of last year.
After that, take photographs of the initial configuration and then use food waste bed in order to work with the lining. There is nothing in the lining there, correct? There's only a ring, it's all cracked? Yes, it's an empty ring. There is nothing there. Can't see anything. Okay, copy. Speaking simultaneously. There are a couple of particles size 3 to 5 millimeters. 1 or 2 particles that are floating around here. Since we shook the equipment, possibly it got loose somewhere, but there are no large components. If you see the video, we can show it. Yes, you see the bolt and the paint. I'm going to try to take it off. We confirm the camera is on. Should I turn the light off? Okay, you can turn it off. Sun is coming up. I am going to take imagery of operator 2 near that setup. And we're going to peek inside. See what it looks like. We'll turn everything off. It's not clear where this came out from somewhere. An alloy, yellowish alloy component. I don't even see where that particular yellow alloy component came from. Well, I am going to approach you from that side. Oh, I think it will be more convenient if I approach from the other side and start helping you. What is this light? Illuminated? Operator 1 and 2.
Вот живота второго, получается, Сергей, находится БДК с зеркальным радиатором.
In the area of your stomach, there is BDK near the radiator.
Навесным оборудованием.
Make sure you avoid it and be careful. Copy. Oh, we're going to try to take a video with the camera.
Сергей первый.
Sergey the first. I am trying to remove it, take it off, but I'm not sure. I don't understand what mode is on right now. Copy. Overall, it's operating, but there can be a mode when it's video only. Okay. I think there's both the photo and the video option. Okay, copy. I think it would be better if you take video with the second camera. Of course, that's fine.
После того, как извлечем,
after you extract the lining from that cassette, then we'll wait until closeout ops are performed, and you will have 5 or 10 minutes to work with the commemorative activity. So first we do the commemorative activity and then move on. Well, that's up to you, whichever way you consider more convenient. Maybe we can install the the lining tray so it doesn't float away. Yes, it looks like it's attempting to float away. Yes, it can. I think we should be working on it. Make sure you don't touch it with your gloves because it can be contaminated.
Я переведу, да. Ты можешь, она не дает перенести, может, сам...
Maybe we can switch the tethers. We can move the tethers. Okay. Yes, the lining tray is attempting to float away slowly. Maybe I can catch it. No, do not use clean equipment to touch it. You see, it's floating away. If we start working on Kartanga, then the lining tray is going to float away. It's gone. It's gone. We need to take something from the crew bag to move it back. Can you use feed? I am going to try. Well, let's see what I have in my hands. You need to make sure that you wipe down your hooks. Are you able to reach it? You can take it from this end, from this side.
This is Mission Control Houston, 3 hours, 20 minutes into today's spacewalk. As Space Station Commander Sergei Kud-Sverchkov and Flight Engineer Sergei Mikheyev are working right now at the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module, having been transported there at the end of the European robotic arm under the control of Andrei Fedyaev. The station now flying 260 miles across the South Pacific. The first task in today's spacewalk activities, the installation of a sun and solar flare radiation experiment called the Terahertz experiment, was installed on the outside of the Zvezda service module. This good view showing the current parked position of the European robotic arm and the two spacewalkers working alongside of the multipurpose laboratory module on the second task, which is the removal of an experiment cassette with valuable data from the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. That is an experiment collecting data on the development of semiconductor materials in microgravity.
Time sync 17 hours, 40 minutes, 40 seconds. 37 minutes and 50 seconds. That's what I have. Copy. 17:41:27 is my time. Copy. Thank you.
Не закрывается, все. Такое может быть. Там уже столько просто всего.
That can happen. There are a lot of things there.
While Kud-Sverchkov, Mikheyev, and Andrei Fedyaev work on the spacewalk activities, The other 4 crew members on board the International Space Station, NASA's Chris Williams, Jessica Meir, and Jack Hathaway, and European Space Agency astronaut Sophie Adno, are in the final hours of their workday that has been largely a workday containing scientific research activities.
Now, Andrea needs to translate to the equipment.
They'll move into their pre-sleep activities just after 2 p.m. Central Time, heading into a sleep period as the spacewalk comes to a conclusion later this afternoon.
I fold out symbolic kit, the commemorative kit. You see, I don't see anything behind me. I don't see anything that's going on behind me. I can turn the camera off.
Наверное, как-то так. Снимать. Так, уже так. Да. Так даже хорошо. Так, отлично. Все? Сейчас я... Выключу. Ну ладно, сейчас я стой.
Oh, hold on there.
Все. Самое главное, да?
Oh, that's the main thing. The camera is on. Let's take it one more time.
Самое главное, это чтобы голова в тепле была.
The main thing is that you keep your head warm. Yes, and feet too.
Ноги, да, чтобы носки теплые были.
Yes, keeping feet warm is important as well. Everything is great.
Да, можно. Выкинешь ты ее? Попробую.
Are you going to throw it out? I can try.
Двоих откуда-нибудь изнутри с этого ракурса возможно заснять?
I am wondering if somebody can take an image of you, take a photo of you from the inside the station. Yes, I think they can. We just need to turn in a way.
Сейчас надо, чтобы кто-то...
Somebody needs to get to the window, though. And get to the window and take a video from inside. We can ask Andre if he has an opportunity to take a photo of you near the window. Inaudible. The crew walk bag is floating around. It's secured. Yes. Can you show it? Yes. Did it get closed? Yes, we have 5 seconds. be careful. There is a flap. You can reel it in. Notable. I can transfer to my red. So you don't have to stretch out your red. Sergey, be careful. You're rotating, the crew back is rotating with you. I think it's easier to do it from the other side. We just need to make sure we don't elbow each other. It's an interesting way how they secured that cassette. Well, when you get here, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Well, we're going to wait for go. We secured it whichever way we could. Operator 1, operator 2.
Сейчас давайте, не убирая символику, будем смотреть внутрь ВМА МЛЭ.
MOA. There should be motion starting soon. And after you work with the cassette, you're going to continue your symbolic commemorative activity. Okay, copy. One request, watch your red to make sure it's the cord is not too unwound. Okay, we reeled it in. Okay, yes, we're watching. Sounds good. I can even take video of the motion of the cassette. Okay, copy. We're still standing by for it. Let us know before sending the command. Yes, I am shaking it here. Okay, grab onto a handrail. There is some buzzing or vibration here. Okay, copy. Maybe power came on. There is no motion going up or down. Okay, copy. We're still standing by under sending commands. They're saying all the commands have been sent, they tell us, and you can watch the motion. We have the cameras on. We are not seeing any motion of any kind at this time. Okay, copy. Copy. You can turn the cameras off for now. Copy. I did turn cameras off.
This is Mission Control Houston. A wide view of the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module. You can see on the left side, almost at the middle of your screen, one of the two cosmonauts working. The pair are in the process of working to remove an experiment cassette from a semiconductor materials growth experiment that was installed on the multipurpose laboratory module last October during the last Roscosmos spacewalk by Sergei Ryzhikov, and Alexei Zabritsky. Outside of the Naoka module, or the MLM, are Sergei Sverchkov, the station commander, and Sergei Mikheyev, now 3 hours and 33 minutes into their spacewalk for the day.
Ребят, первый, второй.
Guys, operator 1-2. Go ahead. Right now, we're going to ask Andrei to take pictures of you in front of the window. I'm going to tell you what our future plans are. Okay, copy. Okay, we're getting ready. Okay, copy. For some reason, the cassette drive did not work. There was no motion. We're not going to do it again because we have already made these attempts in the past. So the plan is as following. Use Kartanga and put the lid into the food waste bag. The lid that's with those lining. It looks like a CD disc, a shiny lid. So use that cover and put it into the bag. A food waste bag. It's removable. It is secured with magnets. Take copy. After that, prepare the food waste bag and work along the plan that you're going to be unable to put the cassette fully into the cover. So, first of all, use the food waste bag, and then we're going to have the balloon. But first, finish your commemorative activity. Andrei is going to take a picture of you in front of the window. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Can you please hold on to crew lock bag? I think I need to rotate. So I think there's a strong pull. Well, there's a strong pull of space. Oh, I think this way. Can they see us? There is a camera. I can't see if they're taking videos of us because we only see the reflections, our reflections in the window. Yes, because it's reflecting the sunlight and us. Well, we'll be standing by for your go when you're ready. Guys, Andrei is going to talk to you on Spaceground 2 to give you good advice on how to pose for the best picture.
This conversation about commemorative activities and posing for pictures has to do with the two cosmonauts holding up a sign that commemorates the 80th anniversary of RSC Energia, which is the spacecraft design bureau for Roscosmos.
The flap is open.
The activities ongoing at the 3-hour, 40-minute mark in today's spacewalk.
Let me close.
Sverchkov and Mikheyev are along the multi-purpose laboratory module, Naoka, as they begin work to retrieve an experiment cassette from a semiconductor material science experiment.
Are your hands cold? No, my hands are cold. I think we'll switch it to warm, make it a little bit warmer. Yes, maybe. EV1, EV2, go ahead, copy you loud and clear. I copy you as well. I'm ready for imagery. Just let us know where to look for you. I'm in window 9. If you can see me, I can see you very good. Screw lock back. I think this is good. Let me grab it for now. This is fine. Let me adjust the red tether. We are ready. I think this is fine.
Да, я вас прошу по возможности развернуться,
if possible.
And there is the commemorative portrait of the 80th anniversary of RSC Energia with the molecular beam epitaxy experiment centered between Sergei Sverchkov on the left and Sergei Mikheyev on the right.
Okay, this is better. Inaudible. Let me release it a little bit. Maybe put it to your side.
Так, я выполнил фотографирование. Если это только одна 80 летом, да, то энергии, то все.
Well, if it's only 182, then that's it. I don't want to spend any more of your time. Yes, thank you, Andrei.
Правильно, надо продолжать дальше работу.
We need to continue the EVA.
Предстоят манипуляции.
We need to work with the cassette of the MLE payload. Okay, so the next we will take out the food waste bag. We'll do it step by step. If we release this magnetic cover, will these items float away? No.
Внутри самой кассеты крышка — это принадлежность ВМА-МЛЭ.
No, this cover is a part of MLE VMA hardware. Sergey, can you try shifting it to yourself? I think this will make crew look back operations easier.
Мешок КЦУ, он перенесен на мой small red.
I tethered the bag to my small red. And you want us to pull out the Cabo trash bag as well? Yes, I think it would be good. Okay, but this will make all our reds occupied. Copy. But we have the third tether and feed tethers. Well, it's useful to use the feed tether because it lets us not float away from the MLE. Then let's use the third tether for that. Okay, I have the Cabo bag tethered, and the knife is out of the crew lock bag. I will stow it back. And you will need one more spot for the protective cap, which is inside the casing now. How many reds do we have? You can use the snap hook of the crew lock bag to secure it. Yes, we can. Let me help you. Inaudible. Yes, we have one more freed red tether. Inaudible. Yes, there are a lot of items and no dividers. It's difficult to work with the bag.
3 hours, 48 minutes into today's spacewalk. Sergei Sverchkov on the left, joined by Sergei Mikheyev at the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. This is the next in the series of work for the cosmonauts outside of the space station today. This experiment was delivered on the Progress 93 cargo ship in September of 2025 and installed a month later by cosmonauts Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zabritsky. The purpose of the experiment is to produce high-quality gallium arsenide semiconductors critical for electronics, lasers, solar cells, and other space-based technologies. The cassette will be removed. The first of these experiment cassettes that has gathered data since last October will be removed and returned to Earth by the cosmonauts on a Soyuz spacecraft. The crew continues to work through its timeline, running slightly behind the timeline at this point as we approach the 4-hour mark in today's excursion, the 279th in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades.
No, for the trash bag, we have 2 holders, and it's holding things inside fine. Copy. Inaudible. I'm tethered with feed. Why don't you tether yourself with a feed? Okay, I have the feet tether.
Sverchkov and Mikheyev continuing to work outside of the Russian segment of the station. They are at the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module as the station flies over Labrador at an altitude of 260 statute miles, moving from southwest to northeast.
Но зато карцанг можно один раз зажав, уже немножко не контролировать.
But you can secure it once, and after that, you don't need to monitor it. Let me float closer. It's barely holding. That's bad. Let me come closer to you. I'm trying to straighten out the bag. It's in the bag. I'm closing the bag. Copy. It's difficult to tighten it. Hold on. Don't release it. Just don't want to cut the bag. Let's take a rest. It's caught on something inside. Okay, well, let's try to tighten it as much as possible. Okay, it's secure. Well, the disc is inside the bag. And the bag is closed with wire tie. What's our next step? Copy. You can tether it to a crew lock bag tether. Inaudible. Yes, that's right. Sergey, will you be able to secure it somewhere? Okay, let me grab it. Inaudible. I have the crew lock bag. Okay, this is not the one. Yeah, I want to avoid the towel. I secured the bag to the handrail. I'm removing my red tether from it. Copy. So now we are retrieving the cassette, right? No. First, we will retrieve the protective cap from the casing. And please pay attention to Velcro fasteners when working. We discussed it previously.
Ее Velcro липкой части ленту не снимали, и она здесь начала отклеиваться.
The Velcro, the release paper was not removed from Velcro and it started to detach. And it's wrapped over with wires. Yes, we can see that. Well, since the cassette doesn't go all the way, we'll probably won't be able to secure it, and we won't have any substrate restraint. Well, anyway, let's tether it and then unlatch the hold-down handle. After that, you'll be able to remove the protective cap. So this says cassette number 2, so we need the protective cap. We need to tether it first. Will you be able to reach one of my reds? Inaudible. There is a wire tie here. So you want to use the small hook to tether it. Which one goes where? This goes to you. And the other end is secured to the bottom. Okay. Okay, this is red, and that is secured to the bottom hook. And the latch goes to me. I'll take it. Yes, this is the large red, giving it to you. Okay, it's tethered. Shall we remove it? So here's the handle. Yes, you are going to retrieve the protective cap. So this says cassette number 2. It's the protective casing for the cassette. That's right. That's right. We will try to insert the cassette into that casing. Okay. Do you need help? I can't press it. Inaudible. We removed the protective cap. Copy. So it will go in place of the cassette, but it will need to be tethered to you for some time. EVA elapsed time is 4 hours. Let's continue. So now we need to tether the cassette.
This is Mission Control Houston. We have now reached the 4-hour mark in today's spacewalk. Sergei Sverchkov and Sergei Mikheyev, working outside the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory Module, are in the process of removing an experiment cassette from the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. This is an experiment that is involved with the growth of semiconductor materials that is mounted on the outside of the multipurpose laboratory module. This comes as the second task in today's spacewalk, the first of which was the installation of an experiment called terahertz on the outside of the Zvezda service module to measure solar flare activity and solar radiation.
Okay, I need a wire tie and another rat. The cassette is tethered with my large tether. How do we want us to use a wire tie to secure the cassette to the casing? You can secure to the casing first. There is a guiding column on both the cassette and the casing with some rollers. Yes, we can see that.
Значит, надо соединить, поджать, скажем так, проволочный фиксатор, обмотав вокруг кожуха.
So you need to wrap the wire tie around the casing at the area of this guiding column, and on the cassette with the drive there is the base of hold down handle. Hold down handle base.
Надо, грубо говоря, проволокой стянуть максимально близко кассету к кожуху.
So you need to bring the cassette as close as possible to the casing. Yes, I understand. But how do I insert it? Inaudible. Do we have the cassette here? We can try it like this. I don't have a longer one. Let's try to make at least one wrap like this. We secured the wire tie to the guiding column. Copy. We can see that. The cassette is tethered with large tether. So now we need to remove the cassette and put it into the casing and secure the handle. Will the handle be blocked then? No, it won't. Inaudible. I understand. It's just I'm not sure what will be the gap with the substrates. If it will be like 2 centimeters, it won't fit all the way. Wait a minute, we need to demate the connector first. Shall we demate it? A7X1 with A7X6 in the VMA hardware. Which connector is that? It goes from the cassette. And the cable goes to the MLE VMA hardware. Just rotate it. Inaudible. We had a brief LOS. Yes, we demated the protective cap. We are going to install it now. Protective cap is installed on the MLE payload. Copy. You can rearrange the cable now and insert it into the Lyrica clip. Copy. We have sunset in 3.5 minutes. That's great.
At the 4-hour, 6-minute mark in today's spacewalk, we are in a brief handover between satellites on our tracking and data relay satellite system, and as we speak, video restored.
Okay.
The two cosmonauts continue work on the removal of an experiment cassette from the semiconductor experiment, the molecular beam epitaxy experiment that was installed on the outside of the Naoka Multipurpose Laboratory module last October.
Yes, it's tethered with Mylarge. And you're holding it with your hands, right? Okay, let's unlock the hold-down handle and open it. Okay, unlocked and open. And carefully retrieve this unit from the shaft of the MLE payload. We can see that. We retrieved it carefully. Copy. Careful, let it go. Rotate it towards yourself. Take the handle, put it perpendicularly. Use the red. Rotate it. Now it's good. Adjust it. I can't see it. Okay, done. Now it went all the way. Copy. Now I will try to secure it. Yes, secure it to the hold-down handle.
Так, сейчас попробую. С этой стороны я не залезу.
I will try. I can't access from this side.
Удобнее будет немножко поджать ушки проволоки и пропустить через другое.
Sergey, maybe you could compress the loop of the wire tie and insert it into the other loop.
Мне надо проволоку саму конечную достать.
Okay, let me just get to the other end of that wire tie.
Он не достает для ручки, поэтому
I can't reach the handle. I can try to secure this restraint and tighten it down.
Можно еще дополнительную проволоку использовать.
So I can't put it under the handle, but I can put it under the restraint. Well, anyway, you need to try to secure it.
Сейчас я включу.
Let me turn it on.
Я включу.
The light is on.
Так, мы завели тут проволоку, как могли, конечно.
Okay, we routed the wire tie as best as we could.
Нет, одинаково.
Inaudible.
Она зафиксирована.
It is secure.
Так, ну, выйти не должна.
Well, this should hold it. Copy.
Сейчас, погоди, я сейчас... Ну ладно, так.
Okay, stand by. Protective cap.
Так. А может, мы сначала траверс снимем этот и закрепим его на...
Maybe we should remove this one from the crossbar and secure it first.
В КБО удобнее как будет убирать? На траверсе, когда заводить,
So,
полностью сняв?
when it would be more convenient for you to put it into the trash bag, while it's still attached to the crossbar or completely removed?
Отсюда надо завести, а потом мы будем снимать ее. Потому что у меня large small на...
Because large small is now occupied. I think we discussed it previously. If you have any trouble with Cabo trash bag, we were discussing tethering.
КБО частично на привод кассеты.
You will need to partially put the trash bag on the cassette drive.
И рукоятку прижима.
And the other Sergey will be holding the hold-down handle. And this way you will create a tethering point for yourself.
Артем, я бы large small сейчас зацепил за тот фиксатор, с которым мы только что...
I would secure the small to the wire tie that we just secured.
Перестраховал бы его сейчас вот так вот.
I would switch it here, and this will give me enough access. And after that, because anyway the cassette is now secured with the wire tie to the casing, and the casing is secured to MLE payloads, so we have enough tethering here, and Sergey is holding it. So let me try to put the trash bag on all this structure.
Okay, and right now? I am releasing my large small. I've released my large small, and I will move it.
Нам все равно надо будет обматывать корешок привода.
In any case, we'll have to unspool it a little bit. Okay. And say that again about the wire tie.
I have an extra wire tie. So you remember how we talked about attaching it additionally with the wire tie? Yeah, and I have an extra one. I have a spare wire tie if needed. So I can use the wire tie to attach it, to secure it additionally. 1 second. I snagged on something here. Okay, and now. So it was tethered here. Can you give it to me from this side? I'll pull it through. Or you can do it this way too. Give it to me from that side. Okay, yes. Push it through this way, around. Okay, and here's the tip of it, the pigtail. So, yeah, it looks like we've created an additional tether point. We've attached the KPO trash bag. The only thing is that now... So now the KPO trash bag is tethered via my short tether, and there is a wire tie attached to the rubber band, and it is also tethered to the wire tie that's wrapped around the neck. Talking over each other, a curlock bag, is that a correct configuration? Yes, that handle, yeah, that's a good configuration. So now we need to tether all of this. Talking over each other. Like this, right? This is how I remove it? That's correct? No, you switched it to a different position. You need to pull out this attachment. It's on your side. Okay, but first I need to remove this thing, this fork. Okay, try that. Okay, it's been pulled out. Copy. Do you see it on top? No, I do not. Right here. There's a groove that you need to find. Okay, yes, I understand in which direction. We have removed it. Okay, copy. And here's another challenge. It's not quite long enough, not clear what to tie that last top portion with. Maybe a string. Let me just play with it. At least it's something. Tighten it a little bit. We're close, we're close. What if you try to take the wire tie and wrap it around the protective casing? No, it's too big. The casing is too big and the wire tie is too small. No, I don't mean all the way around. I mean at that button that's sticking out at the top. Oh, I see what you're saying, but no, that's not really going to work. But it's small. It might work. Okay, well, do what you think. Because why do we need the KBO trash bag? We need it so that the casing with the cassette is more reliably attached. So it's not for pressure integrity, but mechanically so that it's secure. So mechanically, you mean we need to close the ziplock somehow so that nothing comes out of it, correct? We're not concerned that it's airtight. But we need it to all hold together. Okay, we'll try with a wire tie. But we're trying to work with the wire tie. Not sure what will work here.
Просто щеколда, она тоже, она может перемещаться.
And be sure you don't tether it to something that will be movable itself. And that knob at the top is too small. I can just close the KBO bag with a wire tie. Yeah, let's just close the KBO trash bag. It's really not ideal either. But it's better than nothing. The wire tie on the KBO is attached via a rubber loop, but it's not a tether point. Copy. Maybe then you can pull out the cutter, poke a hole in the space with the handle and attach it to the handle. That's an option as well. Okay, let's try that. So the KBO will hold the top portion and the bottom portion will be held by attaching to the handle. We did close the trash bag successfully. Nothing will fly out of it. But mechanically, we can try it. Maybe we can poke it through with a wire tie. Or without poking a hole through it, to avoid opening the Krulak bag an extra time. If there are some wire ties on the Krulak bag, you can wrap the wire tie around the neck of the bag. Yeah, well, we've done that already. Okay, now we need some sort of a wire tie that I'll pull through. I'm going to hold the cutters in there.
Сейчас, подожди, я сейчас не ты так нет, это у него двойная же, вот, ну, второй, стой. Все. Хорошо, замотал.
Yeah, that's a nice Nice wrapping job.
Много.
Okay, there we go. Now we have a wire tie that's holding onto the handle. It's looped through the handle. Excellent. We do have a why saying that it is possible to do everything in a spacesuit, including even thread a needle, as long as you have the correct tools. Well, I beg to differ. There are some things that you can't really do in a suit, but I will leave the rest to your imagination. Anyway, now we need to tether that somehow. Yeah, use either the third tether. One of the wire ties. Okay. Okay, I'm going to remove this extra tether from the caboose. We have two reds that are pretty tightly attached. Okay, so now the cassette is on two reds, and now it needs to be wrapped to the crew log bag.
Так, тогда надо обойти, всего здесь мотать. Ну, стой. И у нас еще заглушка. Заглушка у тебя на этом.
And we also have the cap.
У нас сразу жизнь легче станет.
Yes, once we wrap and attach the crew log bag, we can move forward. Well, maybe we should install the cap first, so that we don't have it lying around. Yeah, let's do that first. Here it is. Here's the cap. Cap is installed, and I'm installing the protector. Copy. Cap has been installed. Copy. Okay, and next, I'm going to move the tether out of the way.
This is Mission Control Houston, 4 hours, 27 minutes into today's spacewalk by Sergei Kudryavtsov and Sergei Mikheyev. They are continuing to work in the final steps of securing an experiment cassette from the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. That's a semiconductor materials experiment housed outside of the NAOCA multipurpose laboratory module.
Thread the wire tie through.
This coming on the heels of the installation of a solar flare and solar radiation experiment on the outside of the Zvezda service module. Once this work is complete outside of NAOCA, The crew members will move to the area from which they began the spacewalk this morning at 9:18 a.m. Central Time with the opening of the hatch to the Poisk module. They'll move towards Poisk to remove a container from an experiment called BioRisk, which has gathered data on the growth of microorganisms on the exterior surfaces of the International Space Station.
Through the handle of the cassette.
Assuming time permits, they still plan to conduct a visual inspection and collect imagery of the antenna deployment mechanism for one of two Core's automated rendezvous antennas on the ISS Progress 94 cargo craft that is docked to Poisk on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. That Core's antenna failed to deploy after launch back in March from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, resulting in the cosmonauts having to manually fly that cargo craft in for what ultimately was a smooth and successful docking to the Poisk module.
Okay, moving forward.
Нет, вот этот, вот нет, этот, какой, этот, цепляет, я кручу немножко. Слушай, вот кольцо есть.
Okay, look, here's an available ring, another ring.
Мы сейчас за это кольцо и зацепим.
Excellent.
Так, я цепляю пока рыцу. Цепляю. Так, а вот получится мне 3 раза обернуть его. Не факт. Сейчас еще раз. Получается, но с трудом пытаюсь подтянуть.
Well, I'm trying to wrap it around. It's a little bit tricky.
Она не выскочила.
I don't want it to slip out.
Неудобно, потому что крыло сжимает.
It's very inconvenient because the crew lock bag doesn't want to squeeze. I'll try maybe using the other ring. It's just inconvenient. Hard to access this spot.
Вот так вот. Я думаю, так нормально.
This should be okay, I think.
Принято. Сергей первый еще хотел сказать.
Copy, Sergey. Number one, I also wanted to let you know.
Когда работаем с проволочными фиксаторами в районе головок,
when we're working with the wire ties next to the heads, it's a little bit, they're very fragile, so be careful. when we're working with that protective white cover. Well, this is what we've done. Okay, that's fine. It looks good. We have about 10 more minutes till installation. I want to propose that you take a little break before translating to MRM2. And also, I'd like to hear from you. What is your timing? It looks like 10 till 5, so about 5 hours of EVA time. It's easy to see the hours, but it's harder to see the minutes. I think it's 5 hours. And that's the time that both of you are reading? EV2 is reading 4 hours, maybe 50 minutes, 50 minutes, but that's an approximation. Okay, copy. I've stowed the large on myself, and crew log bag is on EV2, and the MLM payload is installed. The cap is empty. And basically for our time, based on our time on the ground, it was 4 hours, 35 minutes. But now, at the beginning of translation, I'd like for you to take a break before you begin that translation. You've had a lot of work with your hands and fingers, so I want you to take a rest. And then I'd like you to take some imagery of the MLF payload inside after you have pulled out the cassette. Okay, it looks like everything is operating. Hopefully it will continue to be okay. Yes, we are most interested in that cap of... Yes, I need to just rise a little bit, and we're most interested in the cassette shaft cover. Okay.
Как можно? Излучатели здесь, правда, да. Вот эти вот
so it looks like these elements on the illuminators that the far left position is in the middle between two slots. And it's on the mechanism itself, so maybe that door is stuck in a semi-closed position. Sergey, can you repeat the first part of what you said? Because we heard that something got stuck, but didn't copy the first part. Okay, so I'm above the MLA and looking down. The far left cassette, the radiator here, that door that should close it, that should cover it. All of them look like they're in the right place, except one of them didn't close all the way. Maybe it looks like it was operating, but it didn't reach its final point, final position. maybe the element that this was treated with, I don't know what the element was, but it maybe got stuck, maybe it got inside the mechanism, and so it jammed a little bit. It's hard to say what happened. Copy. Thank you for those words, and thank you for taking the imagery. Copy, Sergey. Thank you. We copy your words, and the specialist also will take that into account for future operations. Yes, so we're basically ready. You can turn off the cameras. And last time I'm asking you, during this EVA, what is the time? EV1 is reading 18 hours, 54 minutes, 5 seconds. Copy. EV2, 18 hours, 58 minutes, 50 seconds. Sergey, can you estimate on the timer how much you have? PET 7 hours, 45 minutes. And yeah, it's 7 hours, 45 minutes. Sharp, 7:45 sharp. Well, that bottom, that shorthand is showing 4. The right one, 7:46, 7:46:15. Copy. Yeah, it's a little strange. So, look. No, it's fine. It's 40 seconds, and I have 35 seconds, so it's okay for the timer. So we can say that the timers are synced up. We have 5 hours, 35 minutes Kosovo time. So maybe it just depends on when you started the timers. Okay, we are all set up with our hooks, and we are ready to slowly translate along. Okay, then on your go, you are go to transition to MRM2 in 3.5 minutes. We'll enter installation.
Also, a reminder about Terra that is on the interface of Pago MRM1. Okay, copy. It's good it's there.
This is Mission Control Houston, 4 hours, 42 minutes into today's spacewalk. Sergei Sverchkov and Sergei Mikheyev have been working efficiently outside of the Russian segment of the International Space Station, having just completed the removal and stowage of an experiment cassette from the molecular beam epitaxy experiment. This is a semiconductor experiment to produce high-quality gallium arsenide samples that are critical for electronics, lasers, solar cells, and other space-based mechanisms. With that having been completed, the 2 crew members will make their way towards different work sites along the Poisk module. Sverchkov will move to an area right around the docking port between the ISS Progress 94 cargo craft and Poisk, which is on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station, while Mikheyev makes his way near the hatchway to the airlock of Poisk. It will be Mikheyev that will remove a container with microorganism samples from an experiment called BioRisk, while the plan, at least for now, calls for Sverchkov to visually inspect, secure, and photograph one of two Core's automated rendezvous antennas that failed to deploy on ISS Progress 94 after its launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome back in March.
Operator 1 and 2 on Pago. Translating to the third one. Copy. So you moved from point 3 to point 1. Handrails 4330, 4328. Okay, in about 15-20 seconds, expect the sun to come up.
The International Space Station and its 7 crew members about to make a pass across the Pacific Ocean from southwest and northeast, moving just to the east of New Zealand in an inclination of 51.6 degrees to either side of the equator.
Sounds good. This handrail I was using to translate.
And this view showing the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. And the very bottom of your screen, you can make out the red stripes on the Orlan spacesuit of Sergei Sverchkov, the space station commander, who is well into the second spacewalk of his career. This is Mikheyev's first spacewalk, the 279th in support of space station assembly and maintenance, as well as upgrades.
They're going to wait there. For some reason, I'm remembering the red arrow. Do you know what date it is today? On the 27th. Today is the birthday of St. Petersburg, the city of St. Petersburg. So congratulations to all the residents of St. Petersburg on the day of the city, our northern capital of Russia.
And as long as the conversation has turned to birthdays and anniversaries, this is also the 15th anniversary of the last spacewalk that was conducted out of the space shuttle. In space shuttle program history, Mike Fink and Greg Shamatov conducting a 7-hour, 24-minute spacewalk on STS-134 outside of the shuttle Endeavour while attached to the International Space Station.
They're going to be when you arrive at the location. Okay, we got it. Okay, yes, that's at least one advantage. And remember, PKO has that inconvenient target. Okay. We'll find it.
Так. Есть. Подошел к ПХО. Можешь количество?
I approached PHO.
Ну, так вот.
Okay.
Отлично. Дошел я до...
I have arrived at
Палочной стрелы нашей и готов перейти на стрелу.
I am ready to get on the Strela.
Да, понял. Сейчас несколько еще движений. Чтобы удобнее было.
Trying to get more comfortable.
Так, здесь мы за леера страхуем.
Are we going to secure ourselves here? Could you repeat your last?
Леер, это можно сказать отдельная точка. Я говорю, за леера страхуемся.
Are we going to secure Zaira? We're going to secure us in place and audible.
Руки подустали.
Yes, hands are getting tired.
Сейчас отдохнут.
I'm going to get a short break.
Надо сделать отдых небольшой. Все нормально.
If you need to get some short rest, then you can definitely take a break to make sure your hands and arms get a break and rest.
Отдышка есть, да? Отдышки нету. Рука карабину не сжимает.
You see, it's just my hand has a hard time pressing down onto the hook. You're experiencing constant workload, so you can pause and wait.
Так, перешел я. Второй оператор перешел на...
A good view of Kud Sverchkov wearing the Orlan suit with the red stripes and Mikheyev in the suit with the blue stripes as they are at the intersection of the multi-purpose laboratory module and the service module, soon to make their way back to the Poisk module.
Can you route the cable there?
Which is just out of the field of view at the bottom of your screen Poisk on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the station, the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment.
Okay, you can route it. Okay, I can work with the cable holder. Did you already get it? We can work with the long tailors because they float out of class. If you can reach STU and pull it towards yourself, do you think it will work? I don't see it yet. Are you able to reach?
Единственное, что, да, можно будет подтянуть. Она же застрахована тоже, да?
Снять карабинчик с кольца, да. Именно с кольца снять. А потом повесить его уже.
You can take it off the hook and you can take it off the ring and then you can hang it back up. Okay, stand by one. Here it is secured.
Я просто до первого кольца, нет, на руках по-честному. Не дотягиваюсь, назад вернуться. Поэтому...
Okay, I'm not able to reach.
Так, все.
Принято.
Copy. Okay, copy. Understand. I have secured myself to Lear.
Так, если что, я тебя жду.
Oh, I'm standing by here waiting for you.
Мне просто не дает.
I'm not. The hook.
Длинный, короткий.
So is it a long or a short one?
Смотри, получается, ты
you're securing yourself to letting go, and it's not reaching.
Мне нужно на один подвинуться. А ты не бросайся. Ладно, давай.
Oh, don't let go of it. Okay, well, let's work as we are in the current configuration. Sergey, if you needed to take some rest, take some rest.
Первый оператор перешел на леера.
Operator 1 has transitioned to era. What's going on here? Is it crew walk back snag in there?
Я до второго этого не достаю. Как не достаешь? Так кольцо-то стою.
Are you able to reach it? It's the safety. It's the safety there.
Так, вот. СТУ. Сейчас иду. Я тебе СТУ притащу. Что говоришь? СТУ притащил. Ты меня СТУ подносил? Ну? Я не вижу.
Well, you see, I am currently securing myself, and then we can perform the translation. Are you far? I am nearby. I have already arrived. Okay, and another one.
Погнали? Ну, все. Время ВКД 5 часов ровно.
EVA lapse time is 5 hours even. Okay, that's great.
Я чувствую там что-то.
I feel there's something there.
Что такое? Это я держу.
Inaudible.
Как это ищет? Слушай, вон твой красный, залея основание. Все. Свободен.
It's here at the base.
Смотри, чтобы у меня нигде...
Could you take a look at me and see that nothing is twisted?
Ну, чтобы он не зацепился за сам вверх. Ага, все чисто. Назад. Это тянет.
Okay.
Так, а что у тебя там? Не знаю. Надо развернуться лицом. Все, мы дошли.
Yes, we have already.
This is Mission Control Houston. We've just passed the 5-hour mark in today's spacewalk. As you can see, at the bottom of your screen is the Poisk module on the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the station. This is the module that contains the airlock from which Sergei Kud-Sverchkov and Sergei Mikheyev exited just over 5 hours ago to begin the 279th spacewalk in support of ISS assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. Kud-Sverchkov, wearing the suit bearing the red stripes, and Mikheyev in the suit with the blue stripes, are now pressing ahead to remove
right now we
a payload called the BioRisk container. This has gathered data on the growth and propagation of microorganisms on the exterior surfaces of the International Space Station. The two cosmonauts also are scheduled to collect imagery of one of the two Corps' automated rendezvous antennas on the ISS Progress 94 cargo ship.
Secure S2. Okay. Yes, we have.
Давай я сейчас это я сниму с себя. Смотри, это у меня на одном из этих
one of the two Corps' automated rendezvous antennas on Progress 94 that is docked to the Poisk module failed to deploy following the cargo ship's launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome back in March. The engineers back at the Russian Mission Control Center would like to better understand the cause for the failure of that one antenna to deploy. The module itself, the cargo ship, was manually flown in through the Toru, the telerobotically operated rendezvous system, by the cosmonauts aboard the station for a flawless rendezvous and docking. But the antenna that did not deploy is scheduled to be tied down to ensure that any thruster firings or other maneuvers by the station would not inadvertently jar it to a deployed position. So those are the tasks that remain on the schedule for the two cosmonauts outside.
from you. I have it in my hands. Confirm. I am securing the second. I am securing the second one to myself and to the swing arm. Okay.
Мне проще его как среднюю укладку транспортировать. Так. Мне нужно выше.
Yes, I think I need to move up higher.
Earlier in the spacewalk, a payload called the terahertz payload was installed on the exterior of the Zvezda service module that will collect data on solar radiation and solar flare activity. And most recently, the cosmonauts removed a payload cassette from the molecular beam epitaxy experiment on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module that has been collecting data on the growth of semiconductor materials in the vacuum of space.
Длинными фалами же хватит? Нет, не хватит. Она вообще вон там за... Нет, я имею в виду на...
Do you think we should be secure to the Strela? You can go ahead and perform the translation. Okay, go ahead.
Первый оператор находится.
Operator 1 is continuing translation. Copy, Sergey. You can leave the crew back right there and just take the wire tie. Okay, well, it's an option. It doesn't take that much. The crew bag doesn't take that much space, but keep reattaching the adjustable safety tether. Well, once you open it, it will be easier to put that away.
Ну хотя, да, проволоку сейчас тоже время доставать лучше в зоне работы.
Okay, I think it's easier to take it out.
Разберемся. Да, спасибо.
Well, okay, we'll try to figure it out. Okay, thank you.
Оператор 2 дошел до выходного люка.
I got
по круговым поручням пока
to the handrail. I'm going up toward the cassette. I expected the cassette. Now you need to decide how to translate past antennas and those targets.
Хватит ли длины страховочных фалов на средних кольцевых поручнях?
And the safety tethers on the circular handrails.
Да, сейчас я посмотрю здесь. Так не видно моего положения.
I'm going to take a look at the location.
Принято.
Copy.
Так. И, в принципе, я наблюдаю зону работ.
I see the work location.
Сейчас осталось только карабин перевести. Так, один карабин у меня на 60-40.
One of my safety tether hooks is on handrail 6043. It's the long one. And the other handrail is 6044. The only thing is there can be KTO below my feet. I just want to make sure I'm not going to displace it. Your feet are going to be in the direction of MRM. Am I correct? It's difficult to find an alternative. I am going to try to be across at an angle and turn around, rotate. Copy.
Нахожусь на поручне 60-43, антенна прямо передо мной.
So the antenna right in front of me on handrail 43, and I have the other EV crew member in front of me. I will try to take photos of the current configuration now. Copy, that's good. Okay, this is the antenna. From this side, I'm not able to see anything. I have a handrail under my left hand. I need to move to a different position. Well, let's try to work with the BioRisk payload cassette. And I will have to grab the antenna itself. Sergey, are you able to take some photos as well prior to leaving this area? I will try. Because as soon as I release, the tethers pull me down. Well, use your adjustable tether to secure yourself. So I'm holding with one hand, and I'm not able to reach for the adjustable tether. I will try. Inaudible. Okay, I tethered with the adjustable. I'm preparing another tether. I activated the camera, and I can only see the antenna from this angle. Okay, I have the retractable tether secured to handrail 6044 with one end. The other one is at the hand. I took some pictures, but I'm not able to get any closer. Copy. Okay. What's the plan then? Sergey, you will translate towards the platform with adapters? Stand by.
This is Mission Control Houston. We've gone into another brief handover in our tracking and data relay satellite system, 5 hours, 13 minutes into the spacewalk. Sergei Svechkov attempting to collect imagery of one of the Corps' automated rendezvous antennas, one of two, on the ISS Progress 94 cargo craft that failed to deploy after its launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome back in March.
LOS. Sergei, let me think about what you're saying. So I straightened out the adjustable tether. I can approach to the antenna. And Sergei already pulled the adjustable tether through the antenna and secured it to the base. So the antenna is tethered with the retractable tether, because it will be difficult to handle it alone. Yeah, it's not that difficult, but it would be difficult to pass the wire tie through it. And while it's tethered with the adjustable, you can grab it on the shaft and handle it like that. Do you have another adjustable? Okay, this is good. And you told me you couldn't do this. It's just I took a little break and things are easier now. I'm taking photos from this side. And this will give you a chance to take a break. I'll take a break after the EVA. Well, they will make us work after the EVA. Inaudible.
A good view of Sergei Mikheyev wearing the suit with the blue stripes. He's right at the base of the intersection between the Progress 94 cargo craft and the Poisk module, attempting to take photographic documentation of one of the two Corps' automated rendezvous antennas that did not deploy following the launch of that cargo ship back in March.
Structural elements, do you see any changes? Inaudible. On the exterior, I don't see the safety pin. I see this foil-like elements on the antenna. Talking simultaneously. How copy? No, we're not checking anything. We just want you to visually assess its condition. We now have photos and some videos. Let's do some tethering, and after that we'll take more pictures of the antenna. Okay, I have the screwdriver back in the crew log bag. Copy.
Could Svechkov and Mikheyev are using wire ties to secure that Corps' automated rendezvous antenna to ensure that any future thruster firings or maneuvers by the station would not inadvertently cause the antenna to deploy. They're also collecting photos and video of the antenna itself for later analysis by the engineers at the Russian Mission Control Center.
The wire tie, I need to wrap this around this piece here. That's the most convenient spot. And now I need to route it like this.
While Kud, Sverchkov, and Mikheyev tie down this CORS antenna, the International Space Station is flying from southwest to northeast, passing over northern Kansas, soon to pass directly over Omaha, Nebraska, and just to the west of Des Moines, Iowa.
Okay, yes, like that. Is the length sufficient? Yes, I was trying to even this out. Inaudible. Okay, we secured the antenna with the wire tie. Copy. And please remove the adjustable tether. And please perform a pull test on container to see if there's any play. There's no play. We're not able to move it. Copy. That's good. We removed the retractable tether, and I'm going to put it back on the crew log bag. Copy. And EV2 also completed his action. So please take some more photos of the deployment mechanism of the antenna near the docking assembly. Okay, let me pull back a little bit.
The CORS antenna has been secured by wire ties, so it's not going anywhere. The crew instructed by flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control Center to continue to take photos and video of the deployment mechanism that failed to actuate following launch. There are two of these CORS antennas on the Progress resupply ships that are launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. One of the two did not deploy as planned following the spacecraft's insertion into its preliminary orbit back in March.
Turn off the light. Inaudible. I guess it was dark. I will not turn it off. Sergey, I'm taking some photos of you. You have a good background. Let me put this tether aside. I just have one handrail to hook it to. Inaudible. That's okay. Okay, try to lift it up. That's better. And I have moon behind you. That's very beautiful. Okay, then we are finishing in this area and translating further. Inaudible. Yes. Okay, so beer risk container. I will secure it with 2 tethers on the handhold. Right. That is correct. Inaudible. Let me get down. Thank you. Okay, I have one adjustable tether hook on the handhold. Can I hook another one to it? The small one? Yes, you can. You can use the rat. Okay, one more question. So I will pull it on the ring and the cassette will be detached. That is correct. Okay.
Нет, тебе надо вытягивать и сдергивать одновременно.
No, you have to pull it and hold it at the same time. No, I think this was successful. It's retrieved. And I'm going down. Copy.
Первый. Если ты раньше Сергея второго
Sergey 1.
Около выходного люка первого.
If you are near EV hatch 1, check patch panel number 9. Okay, thank you. Artem, it doesn't matter if I go right or left, right? Can I go towards Sergey? Is it easier? Does it have less obstructions? I think you can easily translate there. There are no...
This is Mission Control Houston, 5 hours, 28 minutes into today's spacewalk. Sergei Sverchkov and Sergei Mikheyev are in the home stretch of their excursion outside of the International Space Station. They've just completed the inspection, imagery acquisition, and tie down of one of 2 CORS automated rendezvous antennas on the ISS Progress 94 cargo ship that docked to the Poisk module back in March. One of those two antennas failed to deploy following the cargo ship's launch from Kazakhstan 2 months ago. All of that data will be sent back to the engineers at the Russian Mission Control Center for analysis, including information that could help in determining why the deployment mechanism did not actuate as planned. That rendezvous and docking was manually conducted as the cosmonauts used a backup system called the Toru system, the telerobotically operated rendezvous system, to manually fly the Progress in for its link up to Poisk.
Okay, copy.
With that having been completed, the final task planned for today's spacewalk is the removal of a container
It's just I can secure
of a payload called BioRisk. This is a long-running Roscosmos investigation on the International Space Station that studies how bacteria and fungi survive and mutate on the exterior and interior surfaces of the International Space Station.
Hanging there for a very long time.
Earlier in today's spacewalk, the first two objectives were completed. The installation of a solar radiation and solar flare experiment called terahertz on the outside of the Zvezda service module, and the removal of a experiment cassette from a semiconductor experiment called the molecular beam epitaxy payload on the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module.
Attached to the handrail here, and I will go to close the flap on patch panel 9. At the same time, Sergey will do some cleaning. So patch panel 9 is under my feet. That's right.
Последние разы, когда работали с клапаном FT на 9-й плате, техника была такая, что
last time when
and at the 5.5-hour mark in the spacewalk, the BioRisk experiment has been removed from its location outside of the Poisk module. That, in essence, completes all of the tasks planned for today's spacewalk.
Okay, how do I attach it? Okay, there are some folders. Inaudible. I can't reach it. Okay, that's the best I can do. Okay, we close the flap on patch panel 9. Stand by. Inaudible. And if you give it to me, I'll try to secure it here. Okay. A little bit more. Yeah, it doesn't reach. Not enough length. Maybe I could reach it from the right side. Okay, it's secured, but don't breathe. Now we need to clean our gloves. Artem, we need to jettison the bundle, right? You need to inspect your suits, clean your gloves. And if you see any contamination, you need to clean that up. And I suggest to include the towels that Sergey saw over there to the bundle that will be jettisoned. We have sunset in 9 minutes, so we need to try to do this quickly. Okay, Sergey, let's...
The jettisoning of the bundle that is being referred to in the translation by the Russian flight control team to Kudzverchkov and Mikheyev involves the jettisoning by the cosmonauts of 2 window cleaning tools and 2 towels used during the last Roscosmos spacewalk back in October 2025 that were tied down outside of the Poisk module. They may add to that a couple of the towels that they'll use to inspect and clean off any contamination from their suits before they re-enter the Poisk airlock and close the hatch to complete today's spacewalk. The jettisoning of this bundle of materials is designed to be retrograde from the International Space Station, eliminating any potential for recontact with the station itself.
Contaminations that we're able to see, and we'll do the jettison on the top, right? We'll be jettisoning to the left, talking simultaneously. Okay, yes, I forgot about that. I'll grab this orange bag, and for now I'll remove this one. Please tether it to yourself. You need to wipe your gloves. No matter if they are contaminated or not. No, I can't really take it because it is pressed with the wire tie. Okay, Sergey, let's not lose time on the towel. Let's leave it there. You need to wipe your gloves, bundle up the kit, take the food waste bag, and other things that need to be jettisoned. Put it all together in one bundle and do the jettison. The bag with the disc. It was secured to a crew lock bag handle. I have the old bag. Let me retrieve the new one. This is the new bag. Careful. Inaudible. Let me thread the wire from the old one into the new one. I want to combine it all into one bundle. So it's better to jettison everything in one bundle. Let me hold this.
We're standing by for the 2 cosmonauts to jettison a bundle of towels and window cleaning tools that were used in the last Roscosmos spacewalk back in October and earlier today. This bundle will be jettisoned retrograde from the station, basically eliminating any potential for recontact with the international outpost.
Copy. And the towels. Towels. Sergey, here's your towel. It's tethered. Can you secure it with red? Yes, remove the towel from the handle. We have 3 minutes to sunset. That's okay. I'm wiping my gloves now. Inaudible. Visually it's clean. EV1 also completed wiping his gloves with the towel. EV2 is also done. Okay, let's put it all together into one bundle. And jettison at 30 degrees in pitch and 30 degrees in yaw. Up from the SM hull. Inaudible. Okay, now give it to me. Okay, I have the red tether. Okay, we put it all together into a shape reminding a pig. Okay, up. 30 degrees yaw and 30 degrees pitch, right? Yes, that is correct. Okay, please take camera. Yes, I'm trying. 1 minute to sunset. Copy. Pull your hand a little bit back. I took it. So I will throw it over there. It's flying real good.
And at 5 hours, 41 minutes into the spacewalk, the bundle has been jettisoned at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern Time,
Okay, next we have to do a quick inventory.
as the International Space Station flew 260 miles over the Sahara Desert.
So let's begin.
So with the jettison having been completed to eliminate some of the items that were used on the last Roscosmos spacewalk back in October and earlier today, the two cosmonauts now will take an inventory of their tools and tethers, inspect each other's spacesuits one more time before entering the Poisk airlock and close the hatch to mark the official end of today's spacewalk. We will stand by once that hatch is closed for the official hatch closure time from the Russian Mission Control Center Shift Flight Director before we seal the final chapter in today's spacewalk with an official duration time.
two transport tethers, two equipment tethers, the American clamp, and on the Krylak bag red, there's some pliers, dyno cutters, copy, and the cutter. Yeah, that's correct, the cutter is there. And the commemorative items. And so there are two reds with the commemorative items. Okay, copy. In the KPU, we did not remove anything. It has remained inside. Okay, and now the external hardware that you have, Sergey, why don't you start first? Well, why don't we have EV2 start? So I'm still working with the Krylak bag here. Okay. So inside I have the ratchet wrench attached to a hook. With a wing nut and the katan attached to the red, copy, inaudible.
This is Mission Control Houston. Just to recap today's spacewalk activities, Sergei Sverchkov and Sergei Mikheyev exited the Poisk airlock after opening the hatch at 9:18 a.m. Central Time, 10:18 a.m. Eastern Time. That marked the official start of today's excursion, the 279th spacewalk in support of space station assembly, maintenance, and upgrades. The two cosmonauts first installed a solar flare data collection experiment called the Terahertz on the exterior of the Zvezda service module. They then removed a payload cassette from the molecular beam epitaxy experiment that was first installed last fall on the station. They removed that cassette from the experiment on the outside of the Naoka multipurpose laboratory module. They then pressed ahead to collect imagery of the ISS-94 Progress Core's antenna deployment mechanism and the antenna itself that failed to deploy properly after the cargo ships launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan back in March. They tied the antenna boom down with wire ties to ensure that it would not inadvertently deploy from either thruster firings or maneuvers of the station. And then just a few minutes ago, completed the final task for the day, that being the jettisoning of a package of window cleaning tools and towels that were used during the last Roscosmos spacewalk back in October and earlier today. As you can see, we're looking inside of the Poisk airlock as the two crew members have completed an inventory of their tools and tethers and an inspection of each other's suits, and will soon move inside the Poisk airlock and close the hatch to mark the official end of today's spacewalk. Once we get that official time, we'll compile some statistics for you, wait for the repressurization of the airlock itself, and then bring to an end our coverage for the day.
That's by EV1. And moving the hooks now to the inside. Copy.
Сейчас. Что подтолкнуть?
Should I give you a push? No, thank you. Okay, I am ingressing. Copy. And operator 2 is on the edge of the EV hatch. I need to turn so that it would be convenient for me to work with the hatch. Copy. On your go, Sergey 2, you are go to ingress.
Меня в карабин на пуф и убираю второй карабин. Так, первый оператор сейчас...
EV1 is attached with one...
Принято. Сергей второй, заходи.
With one lock right now. Copy. EV2, your go to ingress. And I've attached the second hook to the poof. Copy. Standing by. EV2 has attached one hook on the inside. The second hook is on the inside as well, performing ingress. Copy.
Теперь необходимо снять защитное кольцо с люка.
Now you need to remove the protective ring. Okay, give me a minute. Can you tilt me over? Sure. Can you turn me clockwise a little bit? Towards the handle of the hatch. There you go. Excellent. Thank you. EV2 is inside. And positioning myself to remove the ring. Copy. Let's remove the ring. But not relaxing the tether with the bungee. I've removed the latch. Wait a minute.
The two cosmonauts are inside the Poisk airlock. They have several procedures that lie ahead before they close the hatch, including the removal of the protective ring around the circumference of the hatch that was installed at the beginning of today's spacewalk to protect the hatch seals from any inadvertent damage from micrometeorite or other debris activity in the vicinity of the Poisk airlock.
Well done. The ring has been removed and stowed in place. And talking over each other. And now let's dry the sublimators. Copy.
This involves a period of a few minutes for cooling to ensure that the suits are properly dried out before the two cosmonauts go back on airlock power, and the final closure of the hatch to complete the spacewalk.
Okay, let me try. It looks good. Your position.
Не поставил? Сейчас. Все, достану, не поставил.
Okay, let me pull it out. Just a minute. I don't know why.
Сейчас я вытяну его. Не вытягивается. Сейчас, давай сначала я тебе. Ага, все.
Okay, there we go.
Тут его пошло. Так, снизу яйца. Так, да? Все, тоже сушка, да?
Okay, there we go. Drying has begun.
Принято у обоих, да?
Copy, and that's both of you?
Да.
Хорошо. Принято. Теперь выключаем
Copy.
камеры и светильники.
Let's turn off the cameras on the helmets and also the lights.
Принято.
Copy.
Включаем на шлемные камеры и светильники.
Turning off the hacker cameras and the lights.
Так, шлемные камеры. Камеры спереди кнопка. Да, так, контролирую, у меня вот зеленый огонек погас.
Okay, my green light is off. Copy. Wanted to warn you.
Потому что камеры и светильники могут быть горячими.
When you are egressing the suits, be careful. The cameras and the lights may be hot, so just watch out. Don't grab them with your hands, okay? Now, while we're waiting for the sublimators to dry, let's inspect the EV hatch surface and step into the closure of the hatch. Can we use our own lights now at this point? Yes, you can. I have no comments. The seals look intact, the hatch as well. And the docking side also with no comments. Copy. The docking surface has been inspected from the side of the hatch, and there are no external objects. Copy. You can loosen the hook a little bit. And this is the tether with a bungee. You can loosen it a little bit.
Я хочу вас спросить, вот в начале выхода спросил по поводу ваших ощущений от протокола с двумя фалами переменной длины.
I wanted to ask you about your impressions of using the two adjustable tethers. Really great. There are some peculiarities of this configuration, but the advantages definitely trump all of those peculiarities.
Нет. Почему-то нет. Ну, в конце концов, у нас короткий фал был, и его роль, по сути, исполнял фит, то есть фиксироваться в определенных местах
Did you use the short tether? Yes, we did. We had it, and at some locations we did have to use it. Copy. And remember, so this is my second question. Remember, we were wondering whether we would need the fit during the EVA, and it seems like yes, in fact, it did prove useful. Yes, it did prove helpful for attachments in some locations specifically. It was very helpful in attaching in some locations, especially in the MLM, because when you're working at a distance of over your own height from the attachment point, it really helps to attach to another attachment point in the work area. Now, as for all of the hooks, there's a lot of hooks, different sizes, some on the swing arm. So that's the nuance that you really need to keep track of. You have to pay attention. Copy. So the same proposal then stands. Oh, go ahead.
Я хотел заслушать предложение. Я просто хотел сказать, что по этой причине я предлагал минимизировать количество карабинов и брать дополнительные small.
For that reason, I was proposing to minimize the number of hooks and not take out the small. Well, small is very convenient for tethering yourself and for tethering to wire ties, so they are irreplaceable. And sometimes when you're working together, they allow you to stay close together, so they're not in the way. It's not the short safety tether. And another comment. If we take the wire ties, I understand that they're not all the same, but if you could color.
This is Mission Control, Houston. We've just passed the 6-hour mark in today's spacewalk. We're just minutes away from the two cosmonauts who are back inside the Poisk airlock to close the hatch to mark the official end of today's excursion. All of the objectives were completed. The installation of a solar radiation experiment, the removal of experiment cassettes from a semiconductor experiment, and
red color tape so that we know
a microorganism studies experiment, and the inspection, imagery acquisition, and tie-down of one of two Core's automated rendezvous antennas on the ISS Progress 94 cargo ship that failed to deploy following that spacecraft's launch in March from the Baikonur Cosmodrome.
Just depending on crew members' preference.
The cosmonauts also jettisoned a bundle of discarded items, window cleaning tools and towels no longer needed that were housed outside of the Poisk module and used earlier in today's spacewalk. All of the objectives having been completed, we're standing by for the green light from the Russian controllers there in Korolyov that you see in this balcony view to give the green light for the closing of the hatch to the Poisk airlock.
Intended for moving equipment. Yeah, but that's a bit of a hassle. Our partners, they just use different color tape to mark them. Even like a Band-Aid would serve a good purpose. just as an identifier. Sergey and Sergey. Yes, Gennady. You are going to turn off the ASTER toggle switch and the hot cold switch. Put it in position 3. Copy. Tumbler toggle switch has been put into off. Stair is off and position is in 3. Copy. Stair is off for EV2 as well. Copy. Have you had the dry nominal LED go on? No, we're still at 9 minutes 25 seconds. Copy. Drawing nominal LED for EV2. And the same for EV1. Copy. Then let's proceed to closing the hatch. Remove the hook from the panel. Copy. Proceeding to EV hatch closure. Hook has been removed. Let's move the cover to the flange. And it is ready for closure. Copy. When you hear the clicks on the key, let us know that it's in the closed position to a hard stop. Okay, rollers are in. Copy. Congratulations with the termination, with the end of the EVA. You have done an excellent job. Great teamwork. Completed the tasks. Artyom, thank you. Thank you for your great support. Thank you to all the EVA specialists who prepared this EVA. Thank you to everyone who has contributed in any way. Thank you for your support during the EVA, before and after. And now, I wish you a good repress. Goodbye for now, but we will talk again tomorrow. And I hope that between now and then, you'll get some rest. I am going off the loops. Well, we've just had 6 hours of rest, and now we are ready to work. So the day is yet young. Yeah, you look like you're ready to work. Yeah, you too. You too. Sergey 1, Sergey 2, how do you copy? We hear you loud and clear. Excellent. Andrei, are you on Spacer Ground 2? Do you copy?
This is Mission Control Houston. The hatch is closed on the Poisk airlock. We're just standing by for official confirmation on the time of hatch closure from the Russian flight shift director, as well as that confirmation coming from the Russian Mission Control Center in Korolyov.
давай пока подготовим фрагмент 10, шаг 4, продув МИМ-2 до 260 миллиметров из ПХО.
Sergey, let's prepare for work for Q card 10.
Да, фрагмент готов.
Yes, Q card 10 is ready. Copy. So we are standing by for Andrei to connect on Space to Ground 2. Okay.
This is Mission Control Houston. We do have official word from the Russian Mission Control Center that the hatch to the Poisk airlock was closed at 3:23 p.m. Central Time, 4:23 p.m. Eastern Time, bringing to an end today's spacewalk with an official duration of 6 hours and 5 minutes. 6 hours, 5 minutes for today's spacewalk by Sergei Kud-Sverchkov and Sergei Mikheyev, completing all of their tasks for Roscosmos Spacewalk 66. We'll start to compile a few statistics here and be back with you momentarily.